Alright, hello everybody. We're going to be streaming the Prove Your Skill number 7 tournament. Second to last tournament in this ascent for the winter season 2021. So things are coming to a conclusion pretty soon. We're going to know who the top 8 teams are that are going to play in the professionals round robin stage. But as of today, we still don't know, and that's why there are going to be more tournament games played. Today we're going to be following GG. Their first match is going to be in about 5 minutes. They're going to be playing against Inquest here. Now they have Primo in their bracket as well. Or in their group. So basically what we have right now is going to be GG versus Inquest. Next they're going to be playing against the winner of Rock or Savages. And then after that it will be the finals. So it might be against Primo. So the finals should be interesting to watch. Now we've got both teams getting into the room now. We're going to be watching them play on Desert Sands first. GG's pretty fond of 50Bs it seems. Not exactly sure what their fascination is with them. It's a strong tank for sure. But I find them to be pretty map dependent, but GG just seems to be trying them on every map. So if they can make it work, obviously who's to say you can't use 50Bs, so well, let's see if they can make it work. Desert Sands, I'd imagine they're going to be taking their 50Bs probably across the rails, although with the 50Bs they could play town as well, assuming that they have support of some other super heavies, or just other heavies in general, like those IS-4s are a pretty good match for those 50Bs. But I'd imagine they're a little bit more useful where they can use their gun depression. But again, or like at the same time, I don't know, like it's a little bit difficult to hide those profile even on in the tall dunes in the desert area. But you can still take them pretty aggressive in that side, which would be one of the factors for taking the 50Bs. At the same time, the 50Bs could just stay back and put clips into things crossing the rails as well. Now you could play like a pseudo tank destroyer role. And I see that 50Bs are actually pretty decent at that. 1200 damage clip is no joke for any tank. And if you're pairing 2 of them, you're crippling a tank in 6 seconds should all those shots pen. Now, you see Inquest is going to be taking an interesting lineup as well. They've got double mice and double 113s. They have a Vickers as well, but he won't be doing a whole lot in dunes alone, especially if GG does decide to go towards the dunes, towards the A cap. The Vickers probably can't hold very well alone, and he's not going to be getting a whole lot of support from his teams. That's 2 mouse, definitely going to signal a town play for Inquest. They might be going for double caps as well, maybe taking B and C. Not sure if GG will be able to knock them off of the cap. Now they could flex towards the town side. So I was saying this lineup might work well in the town, but against those double mice and the double 113s, I don't think their lineup would fare very well against that. Especially with the double E5s, I would think GG are going to be playing towards the dunes, towards the A side, but at the same time, who knows? The 50 or the E5s might do some like play onto the B cap aggressive with the IS4s, and then the 50Bs kind of lined up near the back, shooting anything that tries to push them. But yeah, who knows? That's a little bit more of a risky strat in my opinion. Any play towards the B cap in Desert Sands is going to be a risk. But it also could be very calculated risk. If you set up your strategy well for it, you could get a lot of damage in on anything that tries to reset B. And if you're able to take B, the enemy is basically going to be forced to make a move, because you're going to have access to C most likely as well. That's going to be 2 caps to 1, and the B is way out in the open, so the enemy is forced to make a bad play onto the B cap or clear all their tanks. Now, provided that you got good bleeds in the beginning, that's not going to be happening. Or so the strat would say. This match is going to be starting now. We're going to be watching GG versus Inquest. Let's see if GG are able to pick up the wins here. A lot of high lows and 07s in the chat, as well as Popeyes, KFC, best biscuit discussion going on here. GG is going to be playing those 50Bs over towards the deuce side. However, look at this. Canadian Impact is going over to this middle area here, trying to get some spots off on anything that crosses. But again, Inquest is going to be taking a strategy more suited towards the town area, and you're going to see that here. They're taking a lot of tanks onto that C cap, taking it very quickly. GG will actually not get onto the cap until now. They're going to be down on cap. Canadian Impact is spotted in that IS4 in the town. Not the FBI, in the mouse, gets spotted in the middle of the town area. And GG are a little bit on the back foot here. They've got some IS4s in their spawn still, the 50Bs as well for support. So maybe they catch this mouse off guard. Let's see if Behudet gets shot here. I am Grogu gets spotted in the IS4 there. Now he is going to be spotting, but it seems like GG is planning a little bit of a trap here. Hopefully they're able to catch some tank off guard from Inquest, but Inquest is not going to be taking that bait. Whitetails in the spawn area for Inquest, going to be trying to get some spots off on that back line, see if he can find an isolated target over here, since GG are going to be looking for a place to push in now. Canadian Impact still in that middle area. He's going to be moving around, trying to get some spots off again. Intelligence on where the Inquest tanks is going to be crucial for GG, so that they don't make a play onto a heavily reinforced area here. Now Inquest is going to be looking to protect the C cap as well as the B cap. Canadian Impact going to be spotted as well as Beutet in the mouse. GG trying to creep forwards. You see those 50Bs are ready to make a move over on that side there. Ryguy gets spotted in the E5 by the other mouse, and look at this. Inquest has actually chosen to split up their mice. The 113s and the IS4s all piled into the C cap here. They're able to rotate one way or the other, although it looks like, as it stands now, the 113s are more ready to go over towards their spawn. GG looks like they might be doing some sort of a split push here. They've got some tanks over towards Inquest spawn, and they still have some tanks lined up in their own spawn. Not the FBI. Finally taking a shot of damage. First shot of damage in the game. Actually, with 4 minutes left, it's basically 3 minutes into the game, and only some HP has been bled. Now GG are going to be putting some shots into these tanks here. Ryguy actually makes it all the way over there without getting spotted, and that's going to be pretty big because Inquest really can't push him out of that area. If you can see here, Ryguy is actually pretty safe here. He's hull down as soon as he gets over there. Takes a shot there though. Camera's not moving. What is going on? There's a push going on the outside here. Wasn't able to get my camera off, but here we go. Kakati actually being able to pick up the Vickers with the 50Bs there. I am Grogu now going to be pushing in towards that C-cap area. Inquest is going to be counter-pushing here on Canadian Impact and Kenny Otsuhater. Kind of far off in the fight. 50B is going to be clipping out the mouse. Behutet going down very quickly. Not going to be dead just yet. Oh, he just died. Kenny Otsuhater getting focused out, but Inquest just aren't putting the damage in when they need to. The 113's trying to put their DPM into the game, but it's not going to make a huge difference anymore. Now that they've lost 3 tanks, and they've only been able to pick up 1, the HP is so far in the favor of GG that Inquest won't be able to pull this back. GG end up winning that game by cap points, but they definitely had that game on HP and kills as well. So Inquest weren't able to properly reinforce their area there. They had control of the C and the B caps, but the mice were a little bit overextended, as well as the Vickers. Vickers should not really have been caught out by the 50Bs, but that is what ended up happening, unfortunately. Let's see here. GG is going to be taking a different lineup. Inquest is going to be taking a different lineup as well. They've got 2 E5s, 3 E5s actually, double mice again, an E100 and a Vickers light. So GG is going to be taking 5 T22 mediums, a mouse, and a Hori. Most likely going to be playing towards the desert side there. Inquest, again, probably going to be reinforcing the B and C area. And Kakati now actually swapping off of the Hori into the Jagdpanzer E100. So, it should be an interesting game here with GG's 5 medium strat with a mouse and an E100 Jagdpanzer to support. Let's see if Inquest will be able to fend off from this medium push that is most likely going to go down. Inquest probably getting wide-eyed at the amount of T22s that they see here. Downvote Behutet for provocative comms. Alright, let's see. Inquest is actually going to be playing towards that A side. Maybe the mice are going to be pushing through the middle, or just holding that middle lane there. Gandalf the White Wizard has spotted 2 T22 mediums. He's not pulling out though. Oh, he's gonna get caught in a lot of fire here. Not sure why he didn't pull out when he saw those tanks coming. Ooh, Inquest now has to come in and push very quickly. Gandalf is taking a lot of damage. Not a lot of HP has been bled. Oh, what just happened there? Whitetails just got ammo racked. I was gonna say not a lot of HP has been lost by GG, but that rack definitely turned things around. And GG are actually down on HP for now. Obviously, they had HP deficit at the start because of how many mediums they have versus how many heavies Inquest has, but oh, Behutet just took so much damage from the Jagdpanzer E100, as well as a T22 pinging him there. Now, GG, you see this T22 is kind of rotating around. You had 2 of them split off and try to kite these E5s, but they won't be able to contest them very well. Raigai and I am Grogu now going to be working on these mice and E100. with the support of Assassin and Kakati in the Yag Panzer E100. Yag's just about reloaded. He's going to put a big shell into the E100 probably and knocks him out of the game. 521 HP just evaporated there. Inquest now down on HP. Just not able to focus fire here on those mediums. Kenny Otsuhater is low. Canadian Impact and I Am Grogu in the thick of the action, but really haven't been taking a lot of damage. We've got Rambo, Kumi, and 383 trying to get some damage in, but they're just getting run around, turrets spinning in circles, trying to get some shots in, but these mediums are just swarming. They're saying surrender in the chat. Yeah, this T-22 is really tearing them apart. Whitetails probably got double tapped there. One shot. Oh. Yeah, 2 pens received. It was Rambo that got the kill, so it was an E5 that ended up ammo racking him. And that's going to be the first set of games we see today. GG versus Inquest. Inquest weren't able to beat GG, unfortunately for them. GG taking the win. GG's next opponent is going to be Rock here. Map's going to be Canal. And as we've seen before, Canal has some interesting plays in the beginning of the match and at the end of the match. There's not a whole lot of mid-game most of the time, but definitely some strategizing to be had at the beginning of the game. Let's see how Pramo's doing. 2-0 Surge. They're going to be playing against CPG next. That's going to be the semifinals. So the winner of Pramo versus CPG is going to be the opponent for the winner of GG versus Rock here. Now let's check the rest of the groups here. Straight defeated 2-0 in the quarterfinals. So this is basically 100% going to be ending Straight's chances at making top 8 for the winter season. Void, though. Check the clan leaderboards here. So top 8 currently is going to consist of the teams from Pramo, GG, Apex in that order, 1, 2, and 3. Then we have Naps Hated, CPG, Moonmen is in 7th now, and Pincer in 8th. Right below that we have Void, Purple, and Straight in 9th, 10th, and 11th. So Void is going to be competing against Pincer as well as Moonmen to try to get into top 8. Now, Moonmen has 31,211 cups. Pincer has 30,358 cups. Void is going to have 30,046. And Purple is going to have 29,732 cups. So Void is going to have to outperform Pincer at least to get into the top 8. Same deal for Purple. Going to have to outperform Void and Pincer. Now, you see here, Pincer's actually going to be playing Naps in the semifinals, but it doesn't really... Well, it does matter, actually. Especially in these cups. The first day actually has more cups than the second day, and now the difference should be that making it into the semifinals, they're going to be getting 4,332. And anything less is going to be... Not that much difference, actually. Just about 200 cups, but, Ooh, let's check finals, though. Finals versus semifinals, because that's where we're at. So if you just make it to 4th place, you're going to be getting 4,349. 3rd place is going to be a little bit less than 300 more. 2nd place is going to be getting quite a few more. And of course, 1st place almost 1,000 more cups than if you get 4th place. So we see here Void going to be playing against Curse, so most likely I'd say they're going to be going to the finals. So then Pincer are going to be playing against Naps, considerably tougher matchup there. So Pincer run the risk of getting knocked out of top 8 for the time being today. Haven't seen their opponent yet. Purple is playing against Rival still. Well, one of the teams is. The other one loses 2-0 to Naps. And Purple is going to be in 10th. So these two teams are both going to be working towards the same goal of making it as far as they can to get as many cups as they can. They're 300 behind Void, just about 300 behind Void. But about 600 behind Pincer, which is the top 8 cutoff right now. So quarterfinals battles are still in progress, as you see there. But the next games should be happening in about, let's see, about 16, 17 minutes. So we have some time to play some games here. Not sure what I want to play. Oh, we'll get the VK72 games out of the way now, I guess. The traditional VK72 tournament game. Let's see, we get Black Goldville. Mouse is saying push AB. Alright. We'll oblige with that. Command, let's see. They've got a grill, an E3, an E4, and an E5. E3, E4, E5. There's no E6 though. They've got a 57 heavy, a 215B, and a 121B. There's actually quite a bit of firepower there. The 57 triple tank destroyers and 215B. Batchat's gonna be feeling some of that. I think the E5 shot him. He's actually dropping down. I'm not sure what's going on there exactly. Put a shell into the E4. He has a shot on me, but he rushes it. He's not gonna be hitting. He's down to 200 HP. The grill is for some reason he's in the middle there. Maybe we can hit him with the big 152mm HE shell. Don't want to bleed a whole lot. Oh, he just hit his gun. But he's down to just about a one-shot. His gun is broken as well. 215B is going to be putting some shots into us. I just want to get him down and hesitate from poking that again. And we should be fine to make some moves again. 215B is going to be looking for us. But that's fine, because we've got some cover here. And we're just wasting his time now if he's just going to be aiming at us. 121B hits me. Pretend I don't see him, though. So then maybe he'll make a... something like that. Oh, that was a bad shot. Now we're going to be dealing with this 215B because he is hammering our team. One 121B is still alive. Oh, it looks like he's ramming himself, yeah. Put a shot in towards the 215B. He's not shooting premium, so we have a much better shot at bouncing his shells. And he's also running the small consumable, or the small speed boost. He hasn't penned us once. He's just being kind of annoying. Now he shot premium. But we get him with the good old wiggle. He still hasn't penned us. Is he gonna push us now? Nope. He's going for the IS-4 now. Ah, that's not good. Nobody's dealing with the 57. Where did that hit? The top of his turret, which it said was gray. But it wasn't gray, I guess. Now the 57 is going to be dealing with something else. Probably going to die soon. Just going to be shooting premium so we make sure we pen. He's aiming for the weak spots on the sides of the base of the turret, so I'm going to be trying to block those. Now he's aiming for the cupola. Well, it's pretty sloppy, honestly, from me. Now the E5 is turned to us. We can put an HE shell. No. Ooh. Bit of some bad luck there. This is gonna be tough. I'm gonna spot just to see where the 57 is going. Well, you got a bush, so we outspot him. E5, probably just gonna... Oh, nope. We've got to get some cover, real quick. Now, maybe we can bait him into shooting something that looks great to him for a second. Just shoot HE. I was trying to make him a one-shot by shooting HE at him and just splashing, but didn't do any damage. Unfortunately, weren't able to get any damage. We still want to get some space from this E5 so we can deal with the 57 should he try to push us like this. Unfortunately, the E5's, yeah, just gonna get a shot into us there. So, I lost a lot of HP on the 215B when I really shouldn't have. But it is what it is. 57 somehow did well. E5 ended up destroying me. Next games are going to happen in 9 minutes. Let's see what happened here. Purple did end up beating Rival 2-1. So they're going to be playing tomorrow as well. They're playing against MM now. Should they beat MM, it would be pretty good for them in terms of standing. Since MM is going to be in 7th right now, knocking them down a little notch further increases Purple's chances of making it into top 8. There's about 8 minutes until the next game, so... Oh, what? Game started. Oh. There's about 8 minutes until the next game, so I have one more time, or I have time for one more game. Let's see. Got a 183 E100, 2 mediums, a YAG E5 and an M103. E5 is going to be playing that position there. Maybe we can smack him in the side of the turret if he pokes up too far. But it doesn't look like he's going to do it, so spot the E100 there. We don't get spotted in return. I should have been pre-aiming there. 2 tanks are spotted in the town so far. A little bit of a lazy crossing there, but it was to get a crossfire angle here. Should the E100 try to do some lays there. There E100's shooting HE for now, trying to get some free damage in. What he doesn't know, there's the crossfire that I set up. In case they wanted to push on what looked like a solitary E100. Now this DPM is going to be really bad. So this is still going to be tough. Or no, the M103 just wants to die. Alright then, that helps us. Let's see. 183 put a good kill shot into the M103 as he pushed over, and now this E100 finds himself in a 3 versus 1. But we need to do this quick. We can't waste any time because there's stuff going on the other side of the map. Our E100 is just completely blocking any shots we have on this guy. .183 with the kill shot. We're able to retake C. We've got cap lead, but it is a good idea just to keep this cap just in case. Since we're already here, might as well. They've got a YAG Tiger somewhere. What a shot. What? He's cheating. He is 100% aimbotting. There's no way he hit that shell. Okay. He gets racked for 46 damage. That's just insult to injury there. T-22's pushing our T-95. Just let me damage you. Alright, tournament match invite is out now. 4 minutes. We've got Rock here, Team Rock versus Team GG. We've got, not a lineup yet, but we know the map, Canal. What is this? Oh. Free days of premium. Nice. We'll take that. GG still hasn't showed up, but Rock is going to be readying up some tanks. We've got 2 E5s, 2 IS4s, maybe 2 50Bs. But again, they haven't readied them up just yet, so we won't be assuming anything until they have their tanks set up. GG looks like they've been training for this match. Gonna be preparing a strategy for Canal so they can win against Rock and make it to the finals. Now GG's gonna be filing into the room. We've got some tanks readied up. We've got 2 IS-4s, a Vickers, a 50B, an IS-7, and probably another 50B. Now IS-7, again, I don't know why teams are taking the IS-7, but I guess I could see a use on Canal. I've seen it used on Canal. It's pretty good if you just want to get spots on the A cap and you want them fast, so you can get some tank destroyers or just some heavies like those 50Bs set up in a position so that they can nail anyone crossing towards the A cap, or you can push them into the middle, like the straight up the middle of the map, and play aggressive towards the B cap or the C cap. Not that I've seen aggressive plays towards the C cap from north, though. That might be interesting to see, but I'd imagine there's some good reasons why teams don't do that. Namely, because there's not a really good position to reset C from, at least with the tanks that we have currently. From the middle area, at least. They could do it just to get some quick spots off. I think that used to be a thing. Not exactly sure why it died off. But anyways, let's see. Both teams pretty much have their lineup set. Rock is going to be taking double crons, 2 50Bs. You've got an IS-4 as well as an E5 and a T-22. GG's going to be taking 2 E5s, 2 IS-4s, 2 50Bs, and the Vickers Light. Now GG looks like they could play towards the D cap. I think that's what they've been doing most of the time. However, those 50Bs could signal a play towards the A cap as well. They've got south spawn. Trying to think. There's not really good avenues to shoot into the B cap pretty safely from south, but yeah, maybe they're just playing aggressive towards D. They could also play aggressive towards A. E5s and IS-4s definitely have the flexibility to do either. Rock, I'm not sure what they're planning with those double crons, but it should be pretty spicy. Cron, while it is used in a lot of other maps, Canal, I don't think I've seen much use of the cron on this map. So let's see. We want to see where the Vickers is going. And the Vickers is going to be spotting up the D cap. The T-22 medium is going to be going over towards the A cap instead. Double 50Bs going to be crossing towards A. I think the 50Bs are going to get spotted. Yes, they get spotted, but so are these GG E5s. The E5 of Sporting Sherman got shot as he crossed as well. But GG is going to be jumping on this right here. Sporting Sherman is going to be focused out here. Aggressive play not working out in the favor for Rock. Going to be taking a lot of damage. Not going to be getting a lot of bleeds off with their 50Bs. The Kron now dropping down to support him, but he is going to get hammered from all sorts of positions, and he's just going to be giving his takeaway as well. Oh, this is a really bad commit from Rock here, but the 50Bs now coming in to help. They've lost so much HP for this, though, and they're not really pushing for good positions either. GG just have them. Look at this. Massive, just like they're caught in a bowl here. GG have them on the ropes for sure. Rock just pushing into a low ground here. When GG has the high ground, it's just not going to work out for them. They're able to... Oh, Jenny Kim picks up a double kill there. A shot with the ramp, maybe a triple. Oh no, Kenny Otsu gets the third. Nick Mitchell now going to be the last IS4 in this dip here. We've got Pac-Man Wa in the T22 finally making his way into the game. But there's not a whole lot you can do at this point. They're leaving the IS4 for someone else. Trying to get the damage in here. Yeah, that was a very quick game, and GG, yeah, just jumped on that opportunity that Rock gave them. Rock pretty much just throwing more tanks into the meat grinder for GG to absolutely destroy. And that's the risk you run of playing an aggressive tank into that the ditch area there. And if you saw there, GG did take 2 tanks into that bowl area, but they had most of their tanks in positions where they can shoot down into there without actually getting into that crossfire there. Now, had Rock set up something similar to what GG did, they might have been better off. The 50Bs, though, just crossed straight towards A, kind of put them in a position where they couldn't really shoot at the tanks that were shooting their teammates. So 50Bs weren't as useful as the GG 50Bs were in that position there. The next match, GG is going to be taking double 50Bs again. We've got double E5s as well as double IS4s and a Vickers Light. Same lineup as last game. Rock is going to be taking 3 E5s, 3 IS4s, and probably a Vickers, although it might be something else. Yep, we're going to have a Vickers for Rock as well. 3 IS4s and 3 E5s. GG able to pick up the first game pretty quickly. Let's see if they're able to take game 2 as fast as game 1. Probably not, but... You got the players loading in now. Sporting Sherman says, I'm very bad at this mobile tank game. The Popeyes biscuits. Alright, we've got GG. Whitetails is going to be playing in towards the D side. The Vickers for Rock is going to be playing towards A again. We've got 2 aggressive E5s pushing in from GG into the same ditch that... we had an E5 from Rock push into. Those E5s are crossing and taking a lot of hits. They were spotted as they crossed, and those 50Bs on the B cap going to be putting clips after clip into him. His engine is actually out, but he's able to get some brief respite behind this Rock. Going to be getting down now. You've got to push as well. Assassin is on the C cap, but these IS4s are working him over. However, those 50Bs going to be coming in with the clip. Shot going in towards Assassin, but Rock is just bleeding out all over the place, and they're not able to get good shots onto these GG tanks either. The E5 is now going to be trying to get some shots into these tanks here, but they were occupied taking the A cap. Canadian just going to be pushing straight in. Kakati, I Am Grogu, Raigai, Kenny Otsu Hater all have shots on these Rock tanks here. Karma down to 1 shot of HP, gets picked up by Assassin. Nick Mitchell now just going to be worked over by Kakati, Assassin, Grogu. Basically, all of these tanks here have shots on him. Pac-Man Watt finally goes down after the hammering that he took in the beginning of the game. Rock just can't find a focus fire here. GG working the angles on them, played super aggressive. Rock not able to handle the heat. Raigai, though, takes a lot of hits, but Let's see if he can even go down. Nothing's going to be shooting him, it looks like. He's got some cover here from the A-cap. GG might make this a 7-0 game. Skip Sports getting double-tracked there. GG putting the track shots in, making him an easier target. Whitetails gets gun blocked, it looks like. Peter Griffin in the Vickers Light goes down. Skip Sports has both of the consumables up, but 7 versus 1, not going to be surviving much longer. And GG win that 7-0 with a good chunk of HP left. So you see here, yeah, just Rock weren't able to get into positions where they could shoot the GG tanks without getting absolutely hammered. I think that's why the A crossing strats fell out of favor back in the day. Because once people realized that you could push tanks down aggressive into the bowl pretty safely and get spots off on anyone crossing towards A, the meta kind of shifted away from that cap. For some reason, it's coming back, even though a lot of teams know how to deal with that. So GG ends up beating Rock 2-0. Want to see what the rest of the matches are looking like. And Pramo were able to beat CPG 2-0 as well. So the finals are going to be Pramo versus GG, and that will be happening in a little over 20 minutes. For Group 2, we've got Apex playing against RVG for now. Curse going to be playing against Void. I'd imagine it's going to be Void versus Apex in the finals, but who knows? Now, in the semifinals for Group 3, we have Pincer versus Naps and Purple versus MM. And none of those games have finished yet. We had some really fast games just now. Pramo as well made the matches very quickly. Or made the matches very fast. So we've got our results from our group, but a lot of the other ones are understandably not over yet. I'll play 113, because we've got a lot of time until the next games. The Sheridan's name. We've got 7mm on our team this time. They're just gonna take the B cap pretty early. They've got a mouse and an E100, which is actually gonna be kind of scary for us. We don't have a comparable super heavy on our team. They're getting on to C now. Actually, I could have taken a really strong position on this map, which is gonna be like right in front here. Has shots into C, but unfortunately, oh wow, that E100 just got bonked by the 183. Check this out. We can be hold down here and shoot into the tanks on the C cap. Mouse is on A. I imagine he's gonna be there alone. They've got a 113. We've got big DPM, so we're gonna be taking this 1v1. Might be a little tough, but we can just bonk some heat into these mouse cheeks. While we're hold down. He gets the cheek though, so we're trading. Gonna be hiding from me now. Well, wait till he shoots. There we go. Alright, now we're gonna be working on him again. Get a shot into his side with APCR this time. Oh, that was a terrible shot from me. Should have just shot a heat shot at him, but well. Alright, now it's just a Grill and an IS-7. Somehow we won both sides. Oh, ooh. Goodbye, I-7. 183 just blew his head off. What is this Grill doing? He just gave up. Alright then. He surrendered. And I can't even hit an AFK Grill. I am so bad at this game. Let's not talk about the first shot on the Grill. The Bronze Warrior. This is actually a nice legendary camo. But it costs gold, and I don't have all that much. These are going to be non-valid tournament room invites. Let's see if these games have finished up yet. Looks like Apex were able to beat RVG 2-0. Going to be playing against the winner of Cursed versus Void next. And that matchup hasn't finished yet. Pincer versus Naps is still going on. And Purple versus MM is still going on as well. So we'll play some more games. Alright, what do they have? A Bat Chat, 215B, 50M, 140, and an SCB. We've got a Vickers, T22, 62A, and a Leopard. T22 isn't going to be crossing the river, unfortunately. It should be, because that's a pretty good position there. SCB bleeds a shot, and he doesn't cross the river either, so we might actually be pretty good. And I'm not sure what this E50M is doing, but we might be able to get some shots into him. 215B is not going to let us do so, though. STB putting a shell towards me. E50M goes down. What is this? I get set on fire without my... That's cool. I'm not sure what our E4 is doing. Maybe he's lagging. We're beating this 140 away. Oh, E4 just put a big shell into him. We'll let the E4 do some work because he's got some HP and I do not. That was a terrible shot from me. Luckily E4 is doing some good. Oh, now he's gonna get bonked. Now, we're not in a good position because the Bad Chat could come in with a clip and just get us out of the game. I can't hit any shots, it looks like. Bad Chat is looking for the clip. And I've got a 215 behind me as well, it looks like. And this is just not going to be good. Not sure what the team was doing, but we weren't having a good game. 215B is just chilling there. And he can. Batchat going in for a clip, looks like. He's gonna be going for the grill, because the grill is clippable. Batchat bleeding some hits. T22 can't pen the Batchat, apparently. Unfortunately. He's able to pen the E5, though. Leaves him down to a one-shot. Set on fire. Now it's just a 62A versus 4 tanks. And a really healthy 215B. And he picks up the bat, but he took a lot of damage. And bounces on the 4005. We just weren't having good RNG as a team, were we? Yeah, their E5 did no damage? Alright then. Didn't expect that. Let's see. Void versus Cursed still hasn't finished yet. Pincer versus Finals in the finals then. Gee, what did I just say? Pincer versus Purple in the finals now. That's what's gonna be the game in this bracket here. So Pincer... Pincer were able to beat Naps. And Purple were able to beat MM. So these are both upsets in my book. Let's see here. Naps is number 4, Pincer is number 8. Moonman is going to be 7th, and Purple is going to be 10th, so both of those are going to be upsets. And they're going to be in the finals now, which means that they're going to be getting the same amount of... Well, they're not going to be getting very much different cup rewards. 5,197 versus 4,903. It's about 300 cups difference, actually. The difference that Pincer and Purple will make. And Pincer is about 600 cups ahead of Purple, so... Pincer are going to be in the clear for today, at least. MM as well, they're pretty far ahead of both of them. As long as they make it tomorrow, they're still gonna get those bonus cups as well. Match for 3rd place is going to be happening now. The next games here are going to be taking place in about a little over 10 minutes, so we still have some time to kill. And Void were able to beat Cursed and actually drop a game, so it was 2-1. They're going to be playing against Apex in the finals for this group. I still haven't had a really good game in the 113, so I'll play it again. 113, not a tank I like all that much because it turns so slow. Yes, the traverse is too much for me to handle. As in, it's too slow, I can't really handle it. I don't like it, alright? I don't like not being able to rotate quickly. Especially with the profile like this. It's so long, and it doesn't have really good armor. And the turret is in the middle, and it has no gun depression. There's just a lot of things wrong with this tank. DPM is definitely not one of them, though. It's got really nice DPM. Not sure what this 57 is doing, because he's not gonna pen my turret. Hold down. We have a shot on this guy. Well, we had a shot. He's not gonna poke up now. Or maybe he will. Well, he sees me. Does he see me? No, he doesn't see me. Where's he going? Going for the T-54, it looks like. 57 is still looking this way for some reason. He's not getting shots there. There's a crown down there. Centurion 7-1 over there. We're gonna tag him. He's getting clear of our gun. 57's rotating over this way now. Looks like he's turning around. That is a lot of tanks down there. .57 shot once, twice. Pick him up there. I'll be using our adrenaline for shots on this crown. Always want to go for distract shots when you can. Sheridan. Excuse me. Pick up that kill. 183 picks up our... As we're passing, might as well put a shot down there. We've gathered the T-54E1's attention now, though. So he's gonna be... oh, he's got the stock gun. Pens twice. That's basically what one of my shells does. You gotta be wary of that 183. 183 just fired though. 57 has a clip for the Kran. I'm not gonna push across yet, because that 183 is just about reloaded. .183 is looking for someone. Looking for the Sheridan. He gets a shot in, but he doesn't pen him. Oh, what happened there? M60 was not happy with that team. Vault upgrades. Oh, they're selling them. Oh, man. Ooh, shiny rewards. Alright, let's see. Next game's happening in just about 6 minutes, so I won't risk going into... oh, I'll do a fast one. Very fast one. Keep an eye on the clock as well. Yamato Harbor. Back in the day, Sheridan would be lobbing missiles across the map, but not anymore. Wargaming has decided to remove the missiles from pub games, at least. The dark ages of the Sheridan missile spam is over. No longer will the fields be plagued by the sound of the rockets flying over your head. PTA is running away. My shell also running away somewhere else. Not in the direction of where the reticle was centered on. But that's okay. Hope he didn't spot me. Oh no, we're spotted.
Enemy is hit. Penetration.
Oh, PTA didn't spot us this time. It wasn't close enough. PTA is just running circles. What is he doing? Oh, okay. I'm getting assistance damage. No, I should probably pick up the kill.
They're knocked out.
Because it doesn't look like our team is doing that well on that side. No need to risk the HE just yet.
Enemy is hit.
Just knock him down a notch there with some HE. 183. Might aim towards me.
We hit them hard.
Oh, 704. Sneaky 704. I did not see you there. Did not expect you to be there.
We got 'em.
Now it's my turn to be sneaky. He's not gonna expect his big brain flank. Oh, he sees me. He smelled me. Oh, look at this.
Enemy is hit.
You can HE just the upper portion of the 704. With a lot of guns, actually. ISU and its derivatives like the SU are also easy to HE in the back. And we made it just in time. Alrighty, let's see. Dynasty's Pearl. GG versus Pramo in the finals for Prove Your Skill number 7, day 1. As you can see here, Dynasty is definitely a heavy-centric map. You've got double mice for Primo. They've got two 640 alpha heavy tanks. You've got a VK7201K as well as the E100. You've got an STB and double E5s. STB could prove to be quite useful as the solitary mobility tank for each team. Or for either team. GG does not have a medium or light. Instead, they're going to be taking quadruple mouse, double crons, and an IS-4. That's just so much HP. They're hoping that Primo won't be able to chew through that much without GG being able to hammer them back. Again, though, the STB could come to be a key factor in the game if he's able to control the caps. GG just won't really have a really good tank to deal with an STB if that STB is played smart. Prime are going to be taking double E5s as well. Now, I'd assume that there's going to be a lot of focus around the B cap. We're just going to have to see, though. 4 mice, definitely a whole lot of HP. For any team to cut through. And Pramo doesn't really have a lot of DPM on their team either. Neither of these teams have a lot of DPM. I think Pramo still have a little bit of an a little bit of an edge because of the STB and those double E5s. Meanwhile, GG is going to have those double crons, which have pretty much some of the worst DPM at tier 10. So let's see, Pramo is going to be playing towards C, maybe some tanks towards B as well. GG is going to take some tanks into the A area, it looks like. You got an IS-4 and double mice heading over that way. Pramo looks like they're going to be throwing that STV into a spot where he's able to get some intel early on. He spots the 2 mice from GG, making a play towards the B area. Not getting some shots in, but Pramo is able to take good map positions on the C side here. Tanner actually gets tagged by I am Grogu in that middle position there. You see there. That's one of my one of my favorite positions for pubs. I am Grogu not able to get another shot into Tanner. Tanner gonna be pushing up pretty aggressive. You got Pramo making a move on these double crons that are isolated for the time being. E100, E5, STB, and another E5 are going to be making some plays that way, but they're going to be guarded by these double mice. Rob is going to be happy to take that shell to put a good one into Kakati, so you've got some action from Pramo here. These crons are going to be 2 versus 4, but look at this over here. GG's going to be rotating away from those mice and going in for the other Pramo tanks. Rob is now taking a lot of hits, as well as Ghost Ranger. Tanner in that mobility tank in a lot of trouble, gonna be tagged by I am Grogu, but he's gonna be getting away from him. Rob gonna be the first kill, but Kakati down very soon after. Tanner does manage to get away, and I don't think he's gonna get picked up soon. Whitetails just gets knocked out of the game. Gun advantage going towards Pramo first, and the SCB, even though he's very low, is able to put his gun into the game. Kenny Otsuhater going down to even Steven, and another gun up for Pramo. Now it's just going to be 3 mice and an IS-4 versus all of these Pramo tanks. These mice need to make every shot count. GG still have the HP advantage, but they need to pick up skills soon if they want to win. Tanner looks like he might go down here. Goes down to Canadian Impact. Mako now in the middle of 2 mice, but Assassin is very low. Rye Guy looking for a shell onto Mako as well. Mako looks like he's going to be the focus target. Even Steven putting a shell into Assassin before he's able to get a shell out. And I am Grogu is going to be 1 versus 1 against Chip for now. The focus target for Pramo is going to be Canadian Impact, it looks like. Everybody rotating that way to try to get shots into him. I am Grogu putting his gun into the game. Pramo just have the HP advantage again. GG. We're down 2 guns at one point. Not going to be picking this game up, it looks like, unless they're able to get some clutch kills here, but there's just way too much HP for these Pramo tanks here. Rye Guy needs to put a shell into Ghost Ranger if they want to win this game. But Ghost Ranger doing a good job of just staying away from him, and he actually jumps onto I am Grogu. Rye Guy going down to even Steven in the mouse. Grogu able to pick up another kill, but Ghost Ranger most likely just going to pick him up as soon as he's reloaded. Bounces a shell, but even Steven is there for the pickup. Pramo winning that game with 2 tanks left alive. So GG not able to focus fire well enough. Weren't able to overcome the gun advantage or gun disadvantage that they were under pretty much in the mid game, and that game just came down to focus fire in my opinion. The mice did lose some HP pushing through the B cap. Pramo were able to get a lot of shells, a lot of good trades off on the Krons as well. The Krons got knocked out very soon. That as well, Pramo with the aggressive play, going to be winning them the game probably. GG just didn't have the tanks in the proper positions to support them that well. So I think those two things there contributed to GG not able to pick up the win and Pramo able to make that victory theirs. Now the medium didn't really go unchecked. Caps didn't really come into play that game, but not picking up that medium pretty much meant that he was able to get some more shots into the mouse and pick him up on that other side. Again, just an issue of focus firing and not being able to knock out priority targets fast enough. GG had to make the longer rotation than Pramo did, but yeah, ultimately I don't think it worked out for them pushing those mice in through B. Next game though, Pramo gonna be taking double mice again, an E100, a VK, double E5s, and STB. Same lineup as last game. Both teams gonna be taking pretty much similar lineups, however, double Krons gonna be dropped in favor of double IS4s. Honestly, we're probably gonna see some pretty boring gameplay from both teams here. It's not a whole lot in the way of strategy when you're just throwing super heavies at each other. But let us see if maybe some inkling of an interesting strategy comes out here. Tanner going to be leading the charge from Pramo over towards that C side again. Kakati in the IS4, pushing into the similar position as the had the Kranvans in last game. Blind fire going into the bush where Pramo is sending Tanner, but nothing was there at the moment. I am Grogu, going to be taking this position again, getting some spots off on that middle area. Ghost Ranger pushing aggressive. Uncle Chicks actually gets spotted in the back there. Whitetails trying to get a reset off onto C without bleeding too much for it. And Pramo looks like they're going to get this cap pretty free. Nothing's going to be resetting. Ghost Ranger. Kakati putting a shell into Rob. Tanner getting hit as well. Assassin gets tagged by even Steven, it looks like. Could have been Chip as well. But some early trades going in the favor of GG. Now going to be up about 2,000 HP. Assassin's going to be getting onto the A cap, but Pramo with a quick rotation towards B, looking to catch some tanks off guard, but they're going to be staved off by I am Grogu here in the position there, but Guy looks like he's gonna get crossfired here. Tanner pushing forwards, was spotted pretty much the entire way. Shell going in towards Tanner, but not penning. Rob now down pretty low. Uncle Chicks is just gonna be pushing in. Pramo is pushing this on GG Assassin here, focusing him out, even though he's in the back line. You've got some action on the other side, 3 versus 2. It looks like GG's gonna be winning that one pretty soon, but they need to do it quick so that they can rotate back into the town here. Ghost Ranger has bled a lot. Chicks has bled a lot as well. Uncle Chicks there. Tanner takes a shot in the mouse. Ooh, Chip bounces a shell off of the back of Assassin's turret as he angled it, and GG are just way ahead in HP. Look at this. Guy now trying to pick up some kills here. Maybe able to pick up Ghost Ranger, but Ghost Ranger getting him to turn. Tanner putting a shot in as well. Don't think Guy has a shell. A really good shot on him. Botches that shot there. Chip might have the kill on Assassin, but bounces a shot off of basically the drive wheel there. GG was able to pick up the kills on the offside on C-Cap. Assassin puts a shell in, picks up some kill though. Even Steven also picking up a kill on Guy, and Ghost Ranger is still alive somehow. I am Grogu working on Uncle Chicks, but he's gonna get worked on by Steven, Tanner, and maybe Ghost Ranger. But Ghost Ranger would be doing himself not a favor by putting his gun into the game and not staying alive. At the same time, even Steven and Uncle Chicks find themselves pretty lonely here. Pramo's still holding on though, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to win this game. Uncle Chicks now looks like he's going to be pushed on by Kenny Otsuhater. Kenny Otsuhater not getting a shot in just yet. Puts a shot in towards even Steven. Yeah, just some weird choices going on here. Focus firing even Steven when they have a kill over here on Chicks. A shot went in towards Tanner as well. Kakati finally picks up Ghost Ranger. Honestly, GG are making this look way more difficult than it should be. Uncle Chicks actually goes down to ramming there. Even Steven, one shot now. Kakati with the kill shot, and Tanner is still basically on the same HP that he was left on earlier. Canadian Impact actually getting a good shot into the Coppola there as he's side hugging. Tanner doing his best to make himself a tough target, but gets picked off by the rest of the team there. Not a whole lot to say about that game. Pramo made a rotation over towards the A cap, but it definitely didn't work out as they expected. It took a really long time to kill the priority target that they had set there, which was Assassin. He took a lot of hits and took a really long time to kill. Meanwhile, GG on the C side was able to pick up 2 kills from Pramo without taking a whole lot of damage in return, and were able to come and clean up in town. Now, it did take a long time for them either way, but yeah. Super heavy action again. Probably not the most exciting stuff in terms of strategy, but definitely going to be showing which teams are disciplined in terms of focus firing. GG able to come up and win game 2, so it's going to be going to a game 3 finals. Tiebreaker map is Naval Frontier. Pramo are going to be taking IS-7, 4 E5s, and double 50Bs. GG are going to be taking 3 E5s, an IS-4, a Vickers Light, 2 IS-4s, and a Kran. Now the IS-7 and the double 50B is most likely going to be the strategy that they played the other day. Don't remember against who it was. I'm trying to remember who it was against. I think it was CPG. Yes, because we were streaming CPG and we saw Pramo. But it looks like they're going to be swapping off of the IS-7, taking a Vickers Light instead. But it might be a similar strategy there with the 50Bs supporting an aggressive push, but not exactly sure. Alright, let's see what goes on in the tiebreaker match. Pramo versus GG on Naval Frontier. Double 50B is going to be moving up towards that B cap. Whitetails, let's see what he does in the Vickers. Going to be spotting the heavy crossing, see if he can get some spots off on those Pramo E5s crossing. Even Steven in the Vickers going over towards C. A lot of Pramo tanks spotted already. Assassin. Oh, Ryguy is spotted out here. Not going to get shot though, but Pramo definitely have the advantage here. GG were looking to make a play with 3 E5s over towards A, but they're going to be caught here instead. Tanner pushing up pretty aggressively, looking for some damage in Ryguy. Ooh, Tanner getting double tapped there, but Assassin now getting bled out by those 50Bs. Oh, and he is 100% going down here. No way he survives this. Oh, but he does for now. Mako and Rob both clipped out on him, but nothing's going to be able to punish that. Canadian Impact. Oh, never mind. Rob just took a lot of damage as he pulled out. Assassin is able to make it to a relatively safe spot here. And just like that, Pramo aren't able to pick up a kill. However, they've got the map positioning, in my opinion. Ryguy is holding a little bit of a crossfire. Ghost Ranger is going to peel off to deal with him. But now, yeah, GG looking to work over this push here. Tanner, Ghost Ranger, and Uncle Chicks both pushed into a little bit of a crossfire, but ultimately GG is not focus firing again. Tanner down to 2 shots. Ghost Ranger down to 3. A lot of kills going on in this offside. Whitetails goes down. Canadian Impact picks up Rob. Grogu puts an HE shell into Mako, but Mako's going to be rotating away from that. Pramo have a gun advantage. Kakati going to be pushing forward away from Steve and Uncle Chicks. My mistake, that was Tanner. Rye Guy getting pushed on by Ghost Ranger and Chip. Ghost Ranger taking a shell, making him a one-shot. Ooh, this is a close game. 3 on 4, though. Canadian Impact getting worked on by Mako, but Mako doesn't have the clip and is able to pick him up. Tanner down to a one-shot. Oh, but Uncle Chicks with the HP is getting worked over by Grogu and Kakati. Oh, this is going to be a tough game. Kakati just about has a clip, but he's getting double-tapped. He's getting focused out. Tanner trying to stay clear of any guns. He's a one-shot, but puts a shell in. Critical shell there. Kakati gets focused out again. Pramo just showing that they have better focus fire. GG not able to focus fire in the early stage. Definitely hurt them in the end. Canadian Impact picking up a big kill there. Ghost Ranger 465 HP. Tanner is going to be staring down Canadian Impact. Oh, yeah. Grogu now down to 391 HP. Survives, though. Ghost Ranger might get picked up, but he's going for the suicide ram. No! Grogu botches the shot, but so does Ghost Ranger. Chip, fortunately, is able to pick up the kill there. Tanner going to be pushing up on Canadian Impact to spot him. Maybe sneak a shot in there. Going to be a tougher shot for Canadian to make than it is for Tanner. Tanner's going to be hold down, and he baits the shot and is just going to get the kill here. Canadian Impact giving up. Tanner taking his time to aim that shell. And picks up the final kill. Pramo with the win there. Again, honestly, coming down to GG not being able to focus fire when Pramo came around that corner. But it was interesting because Pramo definitely had the advantage there. The 50Bs got some really good damage into, I believe it was Assassin. Assassin getting permatracked out in the open there. And even still, the game was somewhat close. So all of these games were really close. Well, pretty close, but yeah, never mind. That's not exactly true. But they could have been close. Pramo just able to pick up more kills than GG and making that gun advantage work for them. I think pretty much most of the games GG were actually down on DPM already, but yeah, obviously losing another gun over Pramo not going to be helping out the situation in terms of DPM. Let's see what the rest of the groups are looking like. Apex versus Void. Apex wins 2-1 against Void. Pincer versus Purple. Purple actually beats Pincer 2-0. And that's a little bit of an upset. And that's going to help out Purple quite a bit in terms of making it into top 8. Not going to be in top 8 after today just yet. But they are certainly much closer. So the difference between first place and second place is about 300 cups. But that basically halves the distance that Purple has to go in terms of cups now. Because Purple is about 600 cups behind Pincer. So now they're going to be only about 300 behind. Which obviously is a much better situation for them. So that's basically all there is for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the conclusion of Prove Your Skill number 7.